What's going on, guys? This is a good one today. Signs, not coincidences. I can't help it. I am not in control of the universe. All I can do is observe. I'm a guy named Fuzz, and this is Defeat the Monster Within. Welcome home. Today, I got a big one for you, okay? This is, there's kind of a lot to unpack here, so I'm going to do the best I can to articulate this and elaborate on these ideas in the best way that I know how, okay? So, let's start with this story about the eagle on the shoulder. So I saw a YouTube video, I don't know, a couple months ago, about this guy, and he's like out hunting, and he comes across this lake, and he sees an eagle on the other side of the lake. And he says, this is like his account on his video. He's like, yeah, I saw this eagle on the other side of the lake, and I said, Lord, I don't know if you can always hear me, but if you can hear me, then I really would love to get close to that eagle. Then he pans the fucking camera over to his shoulder, and the eagle has flown across the lake and perched and landed on this fucking dude's shoulder. Right? That's a clear fucking sign from God. That's undeniable. Now, I guess pretty much as clear, but a different thing, right? I recently went through a breakup, right? Which I don't want to get into the details of that, right? We're not going to be throwing mud. That's not what we're into. But my girlfriend sat and knew something was wrong with our relationship, and she sat and she asked God for a sign. She said, God, if we're not meant to be together, can you give me a sign and make it a clear sign? An hour later, I walked in the room and broke up with her. That does not get any more clear, okay? These things keep stacking up. They keep stacking up and stacking up and stacking up again and again every day, everywhere I go, everywhere I look, I'm seeing this now. These are not coincidences. This shit isn't just happening on its own, just by the fucking way shit happened to go. There's too much evidence for me to continue to believe that. So, one thing that has occurred to me recently is this Murphy's Law thing, because I have just been fucking sinking I had been, not anymore. Now I'm fucking Mercury rising, baby. But anyway, I was sinking for a long time, and I kept running into like this Murphy's Law type of shit. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and at the worst possible time. So it seemed like everything I'm trying to do, at my job, all my shit I'm trying to do, I keep finding problems and blaming it on my coworkers and blaming it on this or that, or and walking around with this shitty attitude, pissed off about things, until it dawned on me that these things are happening because I am not listening to what God is telling me to do. So every time I am trying to do shit, it's falling apart and breaking and not working. And it's an obvious sign. Murphy's Law is a sign from God that you are fucking up, that you're doing something wrong, that you need to change your course of action. Okay? So, let me go through a few more of these signs, not coincidences, that have just been stacking up over the past few days. Right? I've been struggling with my drinking problem for a long time, which I realize now is a lot to do with my relationship problem and my me problem of, not knowing who the fuck I really am inside. That was the real issue that was causing me to drink myself into oblivion. But I'm starting to, finally catching on now, okay? Thank God. And I decided, knowing full well I need to stop drinking, and God is telling me to stop drinking, I decided I'm going to go drink today anyway, right? This was, a week ago? A couple weeks ago. Well, about a week ago. And I start walking to the liquor store, and when I leave my house, it's like barely sprinkling rain. It's a pretty nice day, starting a tiny bit of sprinkling rain. I walk 2 blocks down the street on my way to the liquor store, and by the time I get 2 blocks down, it is fucking dumping a torrential downpour, and it starts hailing. And it's like ridiculously bad rain, like just all of a sudden, like obviously a clear sign from God that I'm going the wrong fucking way. I should just go back in the house and sit down and wait it out. But no, I trudged through the rain all the way to the liquor store till I was fucking literally dripping wet, soaked with rain to buy some booze. Fucking pathetic, okay? The next thing, okay. This is kind of just one of the big things I've been seeing is this yin and yang everywhere we go. And no matter what we do, I continue to see this polarity, and everything, all the shit that I am starting to study and learn is Thank you. I have my daughter here taking pictures of me, so she's telling me she's done. You're done? Okay, you could set it down and go. Thank you. She's my little photographer today because I don't have a videographer or photographer yet. So if you are a videographer or photographer, you want to help me out, I probably can't pay you for a while, but I'd be happy to work together. It's beside the point. I've been seeing this yin and yang polarity, polar opposites going on everywhere, okay? If you don't believe me, let me elaborate. I mentioned in a previous video that I had just recently gone to court, right? So it was, what is today, Friday? It was on Monday this week, so a few days ago I went to court. But just a few days before that was when I finally realized that the monster is a girl because of this polarity of the force, right? I've elaborated on this in my other videos. It was within days of realizing and having the epiphany that the monster is a woman, I had to go to court against a woman. And this isn't even the best part. My name, I know I'm a guy named Fuzz, right? But my real name is Chris Margrave. The cop's name was Christy Graves. How fucking uncanny is that? That is mind-blowing. Okay? But this shit just continues to happen. And yesterday I went to get some cats from a friend of mine, right? Well, I went to get a cat. I ended up coming home with 2 cats. Signs, not coincidences, okay? I get there and I haven't seen this friend in like a good few years probably before we've been like face to face. So, you know, naturally I'm unloading a lot of this shit that I've been telling you guys about, and I've been telling them all about what's going on. And I explained some very powerful ideas to him, right? So let me backtrack. When I get to his house, it is 95 degrees, fucking hot for me because I'm used to living in Tahoe. So it's really hot, not a cloud in the sky, beautiful clear day, right? No wind, no nothing.
Oh,
What's up, man? I'm filming. So I get to his house. It's a sunny day. There's no wind, no weather going on, right? And then I go inside and have this very powerful conversation with him. And when I get done, I go out to my car to get the cat carrier so I can pick out a cat. And it's out of the blue, all of a sudden, some giant like dust storm, windstorm stirring up in the whole environment. And to me, I can't fucking see this as a coincidence anymore. I see it as we just stirred up some seriously powerful energy, and God is taking notice and stirring up the fucking energy of the earth around us. It was magnificent. Okay, and then get this. As if this isn't enough of just this coincidence after coincidence after coincidence, stacking and stacking and stacking. I wanted one cat. I wanted one boy cat to name it Stroudenhauer. I had this name picked out. We're going to name him Stroudenhauer. We're going to call him Howie. We want one fucking cat. One boy cat. We go there. He's got like 30 fucking cats because his cat was getting banged by the neighbor cat, and she's had like 2 litters of kittens now. So it's like he's just got cats fucking everywhere. So he's trying to get rid of as many as he can. He's like, take 10 of them. I'm like, no, I just want one. So we pick out one cat, and I don't know. It was his girlfriend was there. She went and like kind of picked it out, and it was just one of the easiest ones to catch. And I wasn't super sold on that being my cat. And so I just decide, all right, I'll take this cat. We put it in the cat carrier. We're getting ready to leave. Then my friend goes outside, and he happens to just be able to catch one of the other cats that's out there. He brings it in, and this cat is like, well, I'll get to that in a minute, okay? First, he brings it in, it's like really skittish, ready to claw him, but I don't know. I guess I just had a good vibe, and I had this thought. I was like, I didn't really want 2 kids when I had kids either. Twins sounded like way extra work, and it's not what I asked for, but it's what I got, and it was what I needed. And I love my kids. They're amazing. And so that kind of clicked for me in that moment, and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll take it. Put the cat in the carrier. Then we get these fucking cats home. This blows my fucking mind still, okay? I was told for a lot of years that orange cats are all male, so I just assumed that it's probably a boy cat because it was orange, which I've recently discovered is inaccurate information. So we get the cats home. The first cat, his name's Brisket. He's the boy, right? He was the first one that we found, and he's easy to catch. He's super docile, like he'll follow you around and shit. He just loves getting loving. The other cat is the exact polar opposite of this. She fucking ran away immediately, went and hid in the corner. We've barely seen this cat at all since we've got it home. It's just been hiding and just, lurking. So it's like, it's too obvious, this polarity, the dual fucking opposite ends of the spectrum. And it just keeps being delivered again and again and again, over and over. Okay? And then, check this out. Everything has been showing me. It's all been showing me for my whole life. And it's like, now that I get it, it's like I can go back as far as I can remember and I can see that the signs were there. I was being shown the entire time. Okay? So let me give you my last example, and this will kind of give us something to go and grow off of. You can take home and chew on, okay? The Matrix, I'm hoping you've seen The Matrix. It's like one of the best movies ever made, probably. Hey, I'm filming, bro. So, I'm hoping you've seen The Matrix, because it's probably one of the best movies ever made, but we're sitting with the kids, looking for stuff to watch. I see The Matrix, and it says it's leaving soon. So I'm like, well, we might as well watch it, because, they're going to take it off Netflix soon. Signs, not coincidences. Then I put on The Matrix, and what happens when we're watching The Matrix? Now, I've already elaborated on this. I can't watch a fucking movie without seeing all this shit going on, right? And Morpheus explains to Neo what the Matrix is. And when he explains to Neo what the Matrix is, he is talking about the monster. He is explaining the monster to a T, like the exactly what the monster is. Except that then at the very end, he says it's a computer program, and we get this weird, distorted idea that it's like, this towers of people and pods being used as batteries to feed the machines because, the robots taking over everything. That is not the point of the story. The point of the story is the awakening. It's Neo is awakening. Okay? So it starts off, Neo is just a regular guy. He's just a regular motherfucker, but he is searching for answers, right? And then Morpheus, who is on the upper echelon. Morpheus is, at this point in the movie, at the beginning, Morpheus is like, the total badass. He's the top dog. Neo is just some regular average motherfucker. We know the story of the Matrix, that Neo becomes the one. So obviously this movie is the story of his awakening, from him going from the regular dude, crossing over onto the upper echelon, then learning and growing and discovering what it takes for him to become the one. So it's like, it starts off and he gets a sign, right? It's like the computer wakes up and tells him to follow the White Rabbit, so he follows the White Rabbit to the club, and you can tell he doesn't want to be there. He's not enjoying it, right? But then he meets Trinity, and Trinity, she basically, let me put it as a metaphor because I think it's easier to understand, right? So at this point, Trinity shows up with the keys to the door, right? She gives Neo the keys. Now the very next scene after this, like he knows in this moment that something really big is happening, right? But then the next scene is his alarm going off and him going back to regular life, which is very realistic because we know big things happen in our lives, and then it's not like we're going to be awake forever because something big happened to us. No, we go to sleep, we wake up, and life keeps going on. It just keeps going, right? But we know at this point that now he has the keys in his pocket. So yes, life is going on, and it seems like nothing has really changed, and there's normal business as usual, but we know now he has the keys in his pocket, okay? Then they pull him out of the Matrix, right? I don't want to elaborate on the story of the movie and all the little shit that happened, right? But then his friends, his guide of Morpheus, rounds up the boys, and they go and they get Neo and get him out of the Matrix. They pull him out, so now that is akin to him unlocking the door and opening it. Right now, he's on the upper echelon with Morpheus and Trinity and the boys, right? He's there. But he's still not the one. He's still pretty much the same just average motherfucker. But now he is inside the room, he's on the upper echelon, and he has all the tools and the equipment that he needs to grow and become the one. And he grows and he gets better and he gets badass and he rises to be a part of the team on the upper echelon. He becomes top tier, but he's still not the one. He's not the one. Well, it's not about him becoming the one yet necessarily. It's about the awakening, right? So he's awake, so to speak, when he reaches the upper echelon. He's been awakened, but he didn't really have his awakening until he believed that Morpheus was going to die and he had to go fucking do something about it. And that moment when that clicked, that he can't stand by and allow Morpheus to die for something that he thinks is wrong, then that caused him to rise to the occasion, because he was forced to rise to the occasion and to take action. And that is when he did his most badass stuff, right? But then he dies. Okay? And this is kind of this is off the topic of the awakening thing, but it's important to keep in mind, because what brought him back to life was love. Love, not Trinity's love. Like we could see it. It was Trinity's love that brought him back to life, but it wasn't Trinity's love. Love does not belong to anybody. It was just love. Love as a whole. That's the key. That's the fundamental truth they're trying to portray, is that there's this awakening happening, and that love is what really fucking brings you to life and makes you become the one. And I am having this fucking awakening. I'm not the one yet, but I've reached the upper echelon. I'm top tier. So it's just a matter of time. And love is going to be the answer that brings me to life to make me the one. Or, this idea that we have of this shit, right? This applies to you too. This is an instruction manual. This is a guideline. It's instructions, and it's not just the Matrix. There's these instructions in it everywhere. They're in everything. It's constantly. It's just fucking. It's insane. I can't express enough that the instructions are there. All you have to do is figure out how to fucking read them and understand it, and you will have your awakening. I promise. If you take the steps that Neo took and you follow those and you embody that and put it into action in your life, you will have an awakening. If you do what I'm teaching you, if you follow me and you join me on this journey, you will have an awakening. I promise you. That is a promise from me to you. I love you. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe, all that shit. But most importantly, I want you to share this video with somebody you love.